Hello, welcome back. It's so good to see you. So today is our channel anniversary. I think it's our 4-year anniversary. You know how my brain works though, so I don't know. But I think it's the 4-year anniversary. 4 years. That can't be right though. Maybe it's 3 years. I don't know. Now I'm gonna have to find out. Hold on. It's gonna drive me nuts. What am I doing? I'm going to YouTube. And I gotta go to my thing. It'll tell me 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24, 24. It is. It's 4 years. Oh my god. 4 years. Probably should have looked that up before the video, but whatever. 4 years. That is crazy bananas to me. Crazy bananas. Okay, so I was going to do my usual, sit, let's chat, let's eat some type of meal, but I am exhausted. I am so exhausted. I don't want to cook. I'm not getting fast food just because I don't really like fast food. And so I was planning on cooking like this pasta thing. I'm just too tired. I'm too tired. I don't want to do it. But I do want to make the anniversary video because I'm going to be answering your questions. I honestly thought I was going to get 0 questions because I make this video every year, and I always ask you guys to submit your questions and I answer them. But I'm like, 4 years. Like, everybody knows everything about me. What kind of questions am I gonna get? I got questions. I got a lot of questions. 2 pages full of questions, okay? So, I'm gonna read the questions and then answer them as best as I can. I did print them out because I didn't want to be looking at my phone the whole time because that makes my eyes shake and, So, we're going to answer your questions for our anniversary. So I'm sorry if you were hoping that I would be having lunch with you today or something. Maybe I can make another video where we have lunch together when I am less exhausted. Because I'm like, there's no way I'm not going to be able to make food and then bring it upstairs and do the whole setup. I'm just too tired. I have not been sleeping well. My MS is just going bananas. So we just need to be really just chill, relax, and talk. No eating today. So let's get into the questions. Thank you for everybody who submitted questions. I love questions. I love answering questions. And I love interacting with you. Thank you, because without you, my channel would be nothing. Like, it would just be me talking to myself. So I really appreciate you and your questions and all your likes and comments and your support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Because this is a video for you, not just me, right? It's our anniversary. This is our anniversary. Happy anniversary. Okay, let's get into the questions. So, if you weren't a stay-at-home mom, what would your dream job be? I don't know. If I'm being completely honest, I think my for real dream job would be an actress, because I just think that would just be so fun to be someone different, have someone else tell me what to say, because there's so many times that I'm just like, I don't even know, what am I even talking about, and you get to be someone else. like every day, and then like people get to see your work, you know? Like, I don't know, like I just think it would be so fun to be an actual actress, you know? But that's a dream job, you know? If I had like a for real job and I was able to go to work and do things, I would want to be like an architect or a drafter, that kind of thing, because I love that. I love it. That would be my job in real life if I was able to do math. Um, but I can't, so. Okay, did you ever consider having more children? Yes. Yeah, I did. But I can't have any more kids now. That was a discussion. Me and my husband, we almost had a third, because both of my kids, they were planned. They were in the plans. I am a planner. Things must go according to plan, and when things don't go according to plan, I lose my mind. We did almost have a third kid, but I chose not to. My husband was on board, and I knew if I had another kid, it would be a son. And I remember talking to my husband about it. I was like, what do we do? You know, like, do we want to? Because my husband loves babies. He loves them. I love babies, you know. But I just felt like if we had another, it would take away from the two that we have now, you know. Not take away love, but take away things from them, because kids are expensive. Oh my God, if I didn't have kids, I would be so rich. I would be so rich, okay? But I do have kids, so I'm not rich. But I love my kids. But yeah, we almost had a third one, and I was like, you know, if we have a third one, it's gonna be a boy. And he's like, how do you know that? I was like, oh, I don't know. There's just some things that I've always known in my life, you know. And he's like, well, if you want to have another kid, we'll have another kid, you know. And I was just like, I don't know. And he was like, I can't remember exactly how it went, but he was like, you've thought about it, haven't you? And I was like, yes. And he was like, if you've named the kid, if you've named our third child, then it's a done deal. If you already have the name in your mind. I did have a name, but I didn't want to say it out loud, because then it would be like it was going to happen, you know. And so I told my husband, no, I didn't have a name. I did, but I knew that it wasn't right. So the name of my unborn son, that it was not to be, was Noah Dean. That was going to be my next child's name. But it wasn't in the cards, and so now we can't have any unless I cheat on my husband, which I would never do. But yeah, because my husband, he had, you know, so no more babies. The only other baby that I have is Ava. Okay, what is your favorite type of music, group, or singer? Oh my God, I am so all over the place. I like so much music, but I absolutely hate, and I'm sorry if you like this type of music, but I can't handle it. I hate country music. Ugh, I just, but like, I like I'm so all over the place. Like I like Youngblood and Black Bear, Justin Bieber, Eminem, 5 Seconds of Summer, Sabrina Carpenter. But I also I like old stuff, like Elvis. I absolutely love Elvis and Johnny Cash and Ray Charles. Like, the one section of music that I don't like is like the 80s. I freaking hate 80s music. There are some good songs from the 80s, but most of it, I'm not about that. No, 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 no. Oh, and Megan Trainor, I really like her as well. But yeah, so I'm I'm all over the place. I like pop. I like rock, rap. Just I like it all. Like Doja Cat. I love Doja Cat. Okay, why don't you ever show your dog Ava? I have, and if you go to my Instagram, you'll see pictures of her. But a lot of times, she actually is sitting right here. She is not sitting right here today because she's downstairs. She did not want to come upstairs. She was taking a nap and she was like, no. So a lot of times she's downstairs taking a nap or whatever. So, but a lot of times she's also sitting right here because I had bought a special chair for her to sit next to me, you know? Okay. Who is your favorite comedian? I have 3 that are my, well, I guess 4 that are my favorite comedians. Okay, so Ricky Gervais is number 1. I absolutely love him. Nate Bargatze, no, Nate Bargatze is number 1. Ricky Gervais is number 2. Yeah, and then Pete Davidson, I love him, and Trey Kennedy. He's so funny. Trey Kennedy and Nate Bargatze are like very clean comedians. Ricky Gervais and Pete Davidson, not so clean. But I like those 4. But I think my all-time favorite would be Nate Bargatze. He's the best. I don't know. I am hungry. I know I should have made food to eat. You're gonna hear my stomach. I'm just too tired. I don't want to cook. Okay, this was a very interesting question, and I don't even know how to answer it. It says, given your love of drawing and your love of history, would you ever consider combining the 2 with a soft-spoken series of history in drawings? That sounds so cool, but I don't know what that means. Like, what do you mean history in drawings? Like, where I sit and I draw a scene from history? Like, I need more information. Or do I tell a story drawing? Because I can't do that. Like, you know how people do that, draw my life or something like that? I can't do that. Like, I could try, but it'd be like stick figure. Like, when I draw, it takes time and I have to like really focus and be in the zone for that. But like, what do you mean? What do you mean series of history and drawings? Like, people? I'm not good at drawing people. Or like historical locations. I mean, because that would be really cool, and I wouldn't say no to that, because I think that would be fun to draw, but also make a video at the same time. That'd be combining 2 things or 3 things that I actually like: the drawing, history, and ASMR. But like, what do you mean history and drawings? Please tell me. Give me more information, but make it be easy, because I don't like doing hard stuff. Okay, what do you do to relax? Literally nothing. Like, when I am exhausted, which is a lot of the times, I can't do anything. Like, I guess you could say that I watch things. Like, I will watch ASMR, or I will watch something on TV. Like, me and my husband, we've been watching on HBO Max. They have Discovery now on there or something, or maybe that's just, I don't know, but we've been watching how it's made. It's so like informative, and it's like, wow, you didn't need this information, but it's cool watching how things are made, right? But I told my husband today, actually, I was like, this reminds me of when we were dating, because this was like, I don't know, 18 years ago, I guess. We're about to have our anniversary on the 17th of February. We will have been together for 18 years. That's crazy. But if you don't know this, because I know there are a lot of new people here, I am older than my husband by 5 years. And when we met, he was in high school and I was not. He was 17. He had just turned 17. And we didn't have to, but I felt like we needed to ask our parents for permission to date. I remember asking my mom. I was like, because my mom's older than my dad. I was like, how old was dad when you started dating? She was like, what? And I was like, I met someone. And I was like, he's 17. And she was like, it's fine, And then he asked his mom, and she was like, what? Because I was like 22, what does this old woman want with my baby, So she was like, I gotta meet her, And the second that we met, she was immediately in love with me, and she was like, can you marry my son? But anyway, when we first got together, he would come to my house after school and he would hang out, and like we would watch TV together sometimes. And after school, by the time he got to my house, it was about like 3 or 4 o'clock, and we would sometimes watch the Discovery Channel. We've always been into the Discovery Channel, and how it's made was always on, and so we just found it every season on HBO Max, and we were like, what? So we started watching it, and I was just, that's what we do to relax, It's just, I guess, watch TV, because I can't do anything else, Do you have pets? Yes. I have one pet, Ava. She is a miniature poodle. We've had her for 2.5 years. I think she just had her 3rd birthday. And we got her when she was 4 months old. So, yeah. What is, oh no. What is the last thing in your Google search? And this is literally the last thing, and you can't really read it, so I'm going to click on it so that you can see exactly what it says. But it says hair products for hair type 2A. And you're like, what a weird thing to look up on Google, right? So my daughter's hair is crazy, okay? It's crazy. But did you know that there are hair types, type 2A, 1C? Like, I did not know this. I was on TikTok, and somebody was like, when you have hair type whatever, and I was like, what? Hair type whatever? So then I looked up hair types, and I'm like, whoa, there's so many hair types, and they're all categorized in different numbers and letters. And so I was like, oh my god, maybe I'll be able to fix my daughter's hair, because her hair is like crazy. Okay, so when I type this in, and it brings up all the different like things, like shampoo for hair type A, hair care for type 2A, all these things, but I was like, maybe I can fix her hair, because her hair is crazy. Like, it's not straight, it's not curly, it's not super wavy. Her hair type is apparently 2A. Because every time I brush it, it gets crazy. Like, we have a special detangling brush for her, and you can brush it, and 2 seconds later, knots. She's not doing a thing, and I'm like, what? And so her hair is always like frizzy, and I'm just like, I don't know how to take care of her hair. And I'm like, you see my hair, it's like super straight, you know. So I think she got my husband's hair, because the women's hair in his family is very thick and crazy, you know. I'm just like, I don't know how to work it. So I had to look up stuff, and it's a whole thing that I'm gonna have to research, and just, I don't know. But that is the last thing that's in my Google search. Who is your celebrity crush? Tom Hardy, for sure. Bill Skarsgård. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I do. Bill Skarsgård, for sure. Pete Davidson, I've mentioned him a billion times. And Evan Peters. Those are my celebrity crushes. Probably my number one would be Bill Skarsgård. What is your favorite candle scent? I think it would have to be either like warm vanilla type or cinnamon, anything with cinnamon in it. If you won the lottery, what is the first thing you would buy? Hands down, it would be a 1-story house. I need a 1-story house so bad, because stairs and MS, multiple sclerosis, they don't go together. They don't go together. If I would have known, I never would have bought a 2-story house. Never. But I need a 1-story house, like really bad. So that's the first thing that I would buy if I won the lottery. Can we win? Please, everybody put all your energy, positive energy and vibes to me, so that I can win the lottery. Please. Okay. Let's see. If you were to do a roleplay ASMR video, what would that look like? Genre, character, etc. Okay. I have done roleplay videos before. I'm going to my channel right now so that I can pull it up. It says that I've done 11 videos. Alright, I haven't done a roleplay in I don't even know how long, because roleplay videos are really hard. They are really hard to do, because you have to come up with an idea. You have to come up with like a script, and you know me, I can't ever remember things. And like, I don't know. But if you want to see one of my role plays, there's a whole playlist. But my favorite role play that I've ever done is, oh, I don't want to click on it because then it might play. Let's see, maybe I can. Oh, it's a role play interviewing you rudely with accent. Okay. That's probably my favorite, because I am like really mean to you, and I am speaking with a Russian accent. I don't know how good my Russian accent is, but it was super fun to do. And then there's another one where I role play a stalker that has broke into my house, and her name is Becca, and she's crazy. But like, it's just, role plays are very hard, you know. I like doing them, but it's like, it's hard because it takes a lot of energy. You have to get it just right. I've done lots of them. I've done like office role plays and catering, and like you go shopping, I check you out and I show products and stuff. So I've done them. They're there for you. I'm not taking them down. It's really hard for me to do role plays now. So I don't know if I'm gonna do any more. Okay. What type of ASMR annoys you? Okay. There, and I don't want to offend anyone if you have an ASMR channel that does this. But this, everyone has their own thing that they do, or that they like with ASMR. This annoys me so much because I just can't, I'm like, it's those ASMR videos where it's just this. It's just their nose and their mouth, and they can be talking. It's like a normal video, except the camera only goes to like right here. And it's like, I can't focus on anything else except for this, because like sometimes they put their head down or like whatever, and it's like you almost see their face. You're showing half your face, just show the other half. Just show the other half. What is the deal? It drives me insane because I can't focus on it. It could be the best video, the greatest sounds, all the triggers, but I can't focus on any of it because I'm focusing on, like, am I almost gonna see part of their eye? Like, I just can't. I cannot handle it. So I'm sorry if you have a channel like that, or if you like those videos, but I can't handle it. I can't. And there's another thing that drives me crazy, and it is in a lot of ASMR videos. I do sometimes watch the ASMR mukbang, but not the aggressive, like, mouth sounds eating. I can't watch those. But if it's just like, hey, let's hang out and have lunch together or something like that. But what I don't like is when they're doing mukbangs, and let's say they have like a burrito or something from Chipotle or Taco Bell, that kind of thing, and they're holding it like this, and they take their cup of cheese or their hot sauce and they go like this. They drizzle it all over the place and the sauce runs down their hand. I'm like, so messy. And then they eat it and then they've got all the sauce all over their face, and I'm like, eh. Like, no. I'm like, when I eat, I'm very nice and neat and clean and organized. And I'm like, if I have like a burrito or something that I want to dip, I put it in a container that's big enough for it to fit in, and I just dip enough for that one bite. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want the food running down my hand. I can't handle that. What is that? What is that? I know maybe it's like a specific trigger for certain people. Oh no, but I'm like, I can't handle the messy eating. Like, I just can't. I can't. It annoys me so much. Okay. If you had to live somewhere other than Texas, where would you live and why? I don't know. Like, I have lived in other places like Georgia. We lived there when my husband was in the Army. I've lived North Carolina, South Carolina, and Missouri, all military related. So I don't really know. I liked Missouri because it had the 4 seasons. But I don't really know. Like, I've just always been a Texas girl. So, okay, just would love a general introduction to who you are as a person and what you like to do. I'm a new subscriber, so I don't know much about you yet. Okay, so I don't know who I am as a person. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I don't know. Like, those are the things that define me. I have multiple sclerosis, so it restricts me from really doing anything. Like, I make ASMR. I like movies and crafts, drawing and painting. I don't know. I don't know. I think that I'm very open on this channel, and if you are a new subscriber, you will get to know me very quickly because I share everything on my channel. And but if you really want to get to know me better, I have two playlists that I think that I would recommend. The Storytime playlist, because I talk about a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of my personal videos, like my childhood memories of my brother and my Marine boot camp story and stuff like that. And I also have another playlist. I believe it's called like Answering Questions playlist or something. And that's a lot of get to know me, where I answer questions and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know how to describe who I am as a person, because I don't know. It's just, I think it would be better to check out those videos, because if you present me with a question, I can answer it. You know what I mean? But if you just ask me, who are you? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Can you share your religious beliefs and or political opinions? Religious beliefs. I don't think I have religious beliefs. I have tried to be religious. Like, I was brought up Catholic, but not really brought up Catholic. I was basically just told, we're Catholic. Like, I went to church maybe a few times with my grandmother, but like, we never really did anything religious. I was just told, you're Catholic, you've been baptized, and then when I met my husband, after we got back from the army, after he left the army, his entire family, in the 2 years that we were gone, his entire family all became pastors. All of them. So when we got back, I was like, this is new. They all went to church. They all were pastors, some of them children, women's, like, so we went to church, and I was like, okay, well, let me try and get into this, and so I tried for several years, because I was like, there's gotta be something to it, and I do believe in things, but the religious church type thing, I tried to get into it for the longest time. I went to women's Bible study. I did all the church activities, all that stuff. And it just wasn't a good fit for me. But I never said anything. I just kept going because I didn't want to take things away from my husband or kids or anything, Because if they believe that, I 100% would support them. And I don't want to influence anyone with my own beliefs, But I had questions about certain things that did not line up with the Bible. And when I asked questions, they were just like, well, you need to pray about it or think about it, because they couldn't answer my questions. And if they didn't like my questions, they were like, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. So I started my own spiritual journey. And then something just clicked. And I was like, okay, this makes sense, but I kept it to myself. And then one day my husband, he was questioning things, and I was like, he had questions, but I was able to answer them. I was able to give him answers that the church and the pastors and his parents were not able to give him. And he was like, what? And so then slowly we came to realize that, okay, we believe the same things. We're more spiritual than religious. And if you're, I don't know what they call it, because religious people are spiritual, but there's a difference between, I guess, spiritualistic. I don't know the correct terminology, but I believe in source. I believe in creation. I believe in life lessons and past lives and reincarnation. And I do believe that there is a heaven. I believe that there is no hell. And there's so many things that I believe that there's no way that it can all fit into one thing, because I don't think that what is can fit into the perfect little box. You know what I mean? Because I think it's so expansive that our perfect little box that our brain wants to fit things in can't comprehend it. It can't comprehend it. So I don't have a very set, specific religious thing. I'm just a spiritual being. Political opinions are I believe in right and wrong. I believe that I don't pick sides when it comes to politics. I pick, what have you done? What are you saying you're going to do? Track records. What have you supported? Politics is very hard because you might think someone is a good person, but if you knew everything about them and things that they've voted yes or no for, it can get sticky, because I think that it's just a big game. Some politicians stand for certain things and they're like, okay, but then they want this one thing to happen. Well, this guy wants this one thing to happen. I'll let you do this if you let me do like, it's a huge game, and I don't like it, and I don't like being involved in it. But I did vote for the first time ever in this last election. I didn't vote for me though. My daughter has certain opinions and she's too young. She cannot vote, but I will support whatever she chooses. So I voted her vote. I voted her vote this last election. So, okay. Anyway, who is your favorite ASMR artist? Okay, my all-time favorite ASMR artist is Wired Dax. Her channel is not big at all, and I'm like, why? Why not? Everyone go there. Although I know that everybody has, their own likes and dislikes with ASMR. I just really like her voice. She's from Portugal, but she's also from the UK, so she speaks with like a British or an English accent, and I love that. And when she does her soft spoken or whisper, it's just like, oh my god, it's so relaxing. It's so relaxing. So that's my favorite, Wired Dax. But I think it was like in November, I made a video of like my top 10 YouTube channels. Right after I made that, I wish I could have added more. because there is an ASMR channel that deserved to be on that list. And every time she uploads, I get so excited. I'm like, I have to watch this. So it is No Frills ASMR. Linda, if you are watching, I love your channel. I love it. It's so different. Oh, I just hit the it's so different, and it is relaxing. Her voice is amazing, and she only does top down videos, but the way that she like does her hand movement thing, oh, I love it. But her channel is so different because it's like very informative. Like, she did this Easter Island video the other day, and it's just like, you don't need to know this information, but it's like, cool. I like history, and I like knowing weird things, and apparently she does too. It's like, it's super cool. Now, the only thing that I'm just like, that I skip the videos over, that I'm just like, I'm not gonna watch that, is the football. She does a lot of football. I don't know anything about football. I guess if I were to watch one of those videos, I would learn about football really quickly. But I don't care about football, so I skip those. I'm just like, meh. But her videos are just very informative. I like that, but also relaxing. And I feel like we could be total friends, like in real life. I want to be your friend. And then I mentioned this one in that video, Archie Loves Winnie. I love Archie Loves Winnie ASMR. I love it. And another new ASMR channel that I've started watching and I love is Lori Latte ASMR. Lori Latte ASMR is just, she's amazing. She's amazing, and she's so appreciative of everything in life. Everything. And I love it. She makes me appreciate little things in life, I don't know. So, but the two that are my favorite would be Wired Dax and No Frills ASMR. If I can remember, which my brain, I'll try and put links to their channel in the description. I hope I remember. Okay. On cookie day, what is the type of cookie you always make? I miss cookie day. I miss cookie day. I really just miss the cookies. Okay, so I have to make every year a red velvet cookie. Red velvet cookie. I don't care for the cookie, but my husband is obsessed with red velvet Christmas cookies, so I have to make that every year. I used to make the best red velvet cookie, and I do have the recipe, but this cookie takes a long time, and it takes all these ingredients and stuff. It's totally worth it because the cookie is the best red velvet cookie, and the most beautiful Christmas cookie you've ever seen. But it's like, I'm tired. I'm tired. So I make my husband this new red velvet cookie because it's easy, it's fast, whatever. But I like making different Christmas cookies every year. This year I made this chocolate peppermint cookie. It's fantastic. Okay. And then I made this other one. I made 4 cookies. I cannot remember the 4th one, but there was this other cookie. It was this old-fashioned Christmas sugar cookie. It was the best cookie I've probably ever had in my life, from anywhere, homemade, store-bought, restaurant, whatever. It was the best. It was so good that the week after Cookie Day, I made my family, just us four, a second batch, like a double batch, so that we could just eat on it for days. It was so good. That is going to be a new staple. I printed it out, I put it in my recipe book. That's staying. That's staying. Okay. What is, oh, my eyes are doing the shaky, so it's really hard for me to see. Do you have a P.O. box for people to send you things? I wish I did. I wish I did, because I get comments all the time of saying, what's your P.O. box? I want to send you something, or I saw something that made me think of you, or there's something that you need to have, or, stuff like that. I don't have a P.O. box. I don't have a P.O. box because you have to pay for a P.O. box. Like, every month. You have to pay for a P.O. box. And you also have to go to the P.O. box to get, you know what I mean? And I just don't think that I have enough people who want to send me things to justify paying for this P.O. box. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that people want to send me things, and I would love for you to send me things, because I love getting things in the mail. I love it. But I don't know, maybe if the channel ever gets bigger, but I don't know. So no, I do not have a P.O. box. I'm sorry. What is your favorite memory from 2024? Nothing. 2024 was the absolute worst year of my life. And 2025 ain't going good either. It was supposed to be a much better year. What happened? What happened 2025? 2024 was the absolute worst year probably of my entire life. So it's really hard for me to come up with a memory that I was like, wow. The only thing, sorry, my hand is shaking. Or at least I feel like it's shaking. Is it? Can you see? I'm seeing shaking. It could be just my vision, but I feel like my hand is shaking. Probably my daughter's play. I was able to take her to rehearsals and go to the play. At the end of the week, I was not able to drive, so my husband drove. But just to see, she loves acting so much, and just to see her do it, and like during the rehearsals and stuff, she is just in literal heaven, So it was really, that was probably my favorite memory. Where have you always wanted to visit, and why? England, UK, and Scotland, because history, and beauty. Like, I think I would just love it. I would just sit and just look at things. You know what I mean? I think it would just be so beautiful, both places. If you could go back in time and make a different decision, what would it be? All of them. Every decision I've ever made has been wrong and the worst decisions. Every single one. But like, the only thing that I would actually go back and do, and I don't know if it would make a difference or not. I don't know. I'd probably go back to the day that my sister was supposed to get married and call my brother earlier. I don't want to get into that, but if you want to know about that, go to the story play or the story time playlist talking about my brother's memories. What is something you are proud of yourself for? Nothing. Like, I don't think very highly of myself, so I don't really, I'm not really proud of anything. Like, I would say, like, you know, I'm proud of myself for my kids or whatever, but I can't take credit for my kids. I cannot take credit. My kids are their own people. They make their own choices. They are who they are because of them, I think, you know? So it's like, I don't know. I don't think I don't know. Do you play an instrument or sing? Instrument? No, I cannot control my hands. My brain and my hands just are not, they're not connected. They've never, they've never been connected. And sing, I sing all the time, every single day, to my kids, to Ava. I just make up all these weird songs, like, I sing all the time. Am I good at it? No. No. Are you gonna hear me sing? No. No. I would like to spend, it says spend a day with you. What is your normal day-to-day routine? I think I actually made a video where I just sat down and I, instead of doing like a vlog, because someone asked, they were like, can you tell us about your day or whatever? I was like, I can't take the camera with me everywhere, you know, because it would just be boring. So I bored them with a video that was like 45 minutes long of what my day was like. But like today, my normal day to day is just boring. It really is. Like, you would hate it. You would hate it. So I wake up, brush my teeth, wash my face, take Ava outside, bring her back inside, come upstairs, wake up the kids, go downstairs, make sure they get breakfast, make their lunches, get them ready, you know, go to the bus stop, wait for the bus, they go to school, I come back, take Ava out again. Today, my husband was home, so we went to the grocery store, we got groceries, we came home, I put the groceries away, took a shower, started laundry, watched, what is that show? How It's Made. Took Ava outside, started the dishwasher, came up here to record this video. After this, I'm going to finish the laundry, go downstairs, take Ava out. That's pretty much it. And then the kids get off of the bus, they come home, probably gonna have homework with my son. Then I gotta cook dinner, clean up, put the kids to bed, take Ava out, probably watch something, and go to sleep, do it all over again. It's very boring, so uneventful. But it's like, it kind of has to be that way, because it's not like I can do anything else, you know. I don't really have energy to do anything, and it's just hard to do things. So, but that's spending a day. It's pretty boring. Would you be willing to share any paranormal stories you have? Okay, so I feel like I just shared a story in my last, like, answering questions or something video, where I talked about this thing that happened when I was taking Emma to the play. We were coming home on the freeway, and I had to get off of the freeway. The story is more detailed in the answering questions video. But we were getting off the freeway, and I was on the feeder, and it was night, but I was able to see, I guess because of the street lights or something, and there was this girl that was walking. It's like she had come from the freeway. She was like, I don't, I don't, I don't know. She was walking from the freeway, and she was walking across the feeder. It was like she was going to Walmart or Chuck E. Cheese or something, you know, but she was walking, and I remember her clothes and everything, and I was just like, what? Because it's as though she didn't even see me. She didn't even see me, and I hit the brakes, and I like turned, and I was like, what the F, you know? But as fast as that happened, she was right there, and I was going to hit her, and I hit her, but when I hit her, it's as though she just like evaporated into nothing. And I'm like, what in the hell? I'll never forget it. Like, I will never forget her hair, her clothes, and the way it looked when she just. It was the craziest thing. The craziest thing. I give more detail in the answering questions video, but like, that's crazy. And then I don't think I've ever said anything about it on the channel, and it's not a scary thing. It's not scary. But I believe, and everyone in my house believes, that there is a ghost in our house. And it's like, how could there be a ghost? Because this was a new build when we bought it. But things were happening like shortly after we moved in. So this room upstairs, it is, I don't even know what you would call it. It's not an actual room. But we originally used it as a second playroom for upstairs. So the kids have a playroom downstairs, which now it's not really a playroom. It's basically their lounging game room, you know. But I think the way these houses were built, this was supposed to be like a pool room, like a pool, because like in my brother-in-law's house, they had a room like this in theirs upstairs, and he had the pool table and stuff up there, you know. Anyway, so this was just like a second playroom. There was the upstairs playroom, and then we had the downstairs playroom. So they had toys in both. Well, we would all be downstairs, and you can hear someone running in this room, like a little kid running around. And I'm like, first of all, where's David? You know, but both kids were downstairs, and I'm like, how can there be someone running upstairs when we're all down here? You know, so I'm like, that's weird. So I'm like, maybe something fell, but no. So I would come up here and I'd be like, nothing. We would go downstairs, and this is literal years of this stuff going on, and their toys were being played with up here in the second playroom when everyone's downstairs. How does that work? You know, and sometimes downstairs in the downstairs playroom, the kids would be in the living room, something would be being played with, and I'm like, what? So I was like, you know what? There's got to be something going on. Like, maybe it's a kid ghost, you know? So every time we hear someone run down the stairs or in the studio or anything, it's just, we named him Kevin. So anytime anything goes on, or because it's not just the playing with their toys, because they don't have toys anymore, so there's still stuff that goes on, and we can hear someone, you know, so we're just like, oh, it's Kevin. Or like something will happen in my daughter's room or whatever, we're not scared of it, it's just Kevin, you know. I don't know. So, and sometimes, like, I remember there was one video that you never saw. You never saw because it was at Christmas time and I was making this gingerbread. It was a craft. You were supposed to see a foam craft gingerbread video, which the video would have sucked anyway because the craft did not turn out well at all. But Kevin was in here and he kept messing with things. He kept messing with things on the desk. I have another desk over there. He kept knocking things off. He was messing with the blinds, and I'm like, oh, Kevin, I don't know what the. So I was like, I can't even make the video because Kevin was messing with me. Like, and I don't care if anybody believes in ghosts or not. Kevin is real. Kevin does stuff. He does things in my house. I'm not scared. It's just annoying sometimes. It's like, Kevin, stop. Stop it. Anyway, so I don't know how paranormal that is. To me, when I hear paranormal, I think scary. And you would think that I would be scared of this ghost, but this ghost has been here since we've lived in this house. And like, how does it go? Like, I guess ghosts can travel wherever they want. Like, they don't have to be specific to a house or whatever. But Kevin has been here for literal years. And I feel like, what if it is a little kid ghost or something, you know? That like attach themselves to like one of my kids or something. It's like, are they sad that they don't have any toys to play with anymore? Because Kevin does play with Ava's toys 100%. So I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, so is that a paranormal story? I don't know, but now you know about Kevin. So okay, enough of the crazy talk now. If you didn't live in Texas, where would you live? I don't know. If you could move, would you be willing to leave your mom and dad and aunts? No. No. I have had to leave my parents before, my family, and I did not like that. I didn't like it. It was cool for about a month or two, and then it was just like, no, can I go home? I don't like that. Now, if that's right, if my parents ever die, which they will not, then it doesn't really matter. You know, I could stay here forever or I could go, as long as I'm with my family. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like, as long as I have my husband, I have my kids, and we're happy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where we live, you know? As long as we're together, I guess that's home. So, okay, top 3 foods, drinks for a road trip. I have not been on a road trip in literal years and years and years and years and years. We haven't gone anywhere. We haven't done any vacations. Nothing. I have gone on road trips before, but like 15 years ago. But my 3 food snacks, I guess, would be red vines. Red vines are my absolute favorite. Let's see. I would say sun chips. I know people, that's probably not their favorite chips, but I love sun chips. Oh my god. Sun chips are the best. The green, the French onion, the one in the green bag, and then the tomato salsa, the one in the red bag. I could eat the whole bag in one sitting. And then probably like animal crackers. I love animal crackers, but I love the sweet animal crackers. So I think they're not the animal crackers that are in the box. I don't like those. Those are too cookie-ish. Well, yeah, those are 2 cookies. I like the animal crackers where it's like a cracker, but it's also sweet. I think they might be called like circus animals or something. I don't know. But yeah, so those. And then the drinks. Water. 100%. Like, that's all I ever drink. But I would do water and then Big Blue. I have not seen Big Blue in literal years. The last place that I remember seeing it was at a gas station. But I love Big Blue. It's like Big Red, but it's Big Blue. I think it's like cream soda or something, but there's a difference between Big Blue and Big Red. There just is. And I like Big Blue. And then the third drink would probably have to be banana milk. I hate milk. I don't drink milk. But gas stations have, I think it's like Nesquik, but it's banana milk, and you can only get banana milk at gas stations. So if I'm doing a road trip, you would be at a gas station, right? So I would definitely get the banana milk. Yum. Anyway, but those are all of the questions. Those are a lot of questions. Like, how, yikes, 100, no, an hour and 6 minutes. My goodness, those are a lot of questions. Can you imagine if I was trying to answer these questions and eat? No way. There's no way. That the video would probably be like 2 hours long, because it takes me forever to eat, you know. Anyway, those were so good. All those questions were fantastic. I love answering questions, and I love talking to you. So this was like the best. So happy anniversary. I really hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.